Hey guys, welcome to the 2017 MCAT preparation merit or excellence questions. This is question 13 in this series. Alright guys, so today's question we're going to be looking at this particular one here. As usual, I'd recommend you guys to pause this question and have a go by yourself, and then see how far you get down with this question, and then you can have a look at my working and see if you're doing the same thing. Alright, so I'm assuming you've paused it and had a look at it. In this question, we've got three consecutive positive odd numbers, and it says that I notice that if I square the first two numbers and add them and then subtract the square of the third and largest number, I get an answer of 9. So I got the first odd number, alright, and I square it and add it to the second odd number, the square of the second odd number, minus the third odd number's square of the third odd number, then the final answer is going to be 9. Now, if you'd actually watched this the previous video in this series, you would know that odd numbers can be written as 2n plus 1. So I'm going to say let first odd number equal 2n plus 1. So if the first odd number is 2n plus 1, then the second odd number is 2n plus 3, and the third odd number is 2n plus 5. And I think the question said that squared, first number squared, plus second number squared, minus third number squared is going to equal 9. So I've basically set up this equation here. Now I need to expand this equation and bring in all the common factors and rearrange. Well, factorize, I think. Well, let's have a look anyway. So what we have is, we have got 2n plus 1 multiplied by 2n plus 1 plus 2n plus 3 multiplied by 2n plus 3 minus 2n plus 5 and 2n plus 5, and this is equal to 9. Now 2n plus 1 is going to be, what do we have? We've got 4n squared plus 2n plus 2n plus 1, and then now the next lot of brackets, when we expand it, we're going to get 4n squared plus 6n plus 6n plus 9 minus, now what I'm going to do is this particular bracket, I'm going to actually put that on, I'm going to actually work out 2n plus 5 squared first, but I'm going to leave it in the bracket. So what I'll have is 4n squared plus 10n plus 10n plus 25, and that is equal to 9. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify this lot first. So basically starting from here to here. So what do I got? I've got 4n, that's going to make it 8n squared. Next I've got 2n plus 2n is 4n plus 6n plus 6n, so we've got 16n, and then we have our numbers, which is 1 and 9, so that's plus 10. Now when we get to this minus part, see, the reason I put this bracket is because you got to go minus 4n squared minus 10n minus, so I forgot the 10n. Well, 10n and 10n is 20n, so I'm just going to do that in one step, guys. So I'm going to write that as 20n, and then minus 25 is equal to 9. So from here, simplifying furthermore, we get 8n squared minus 4n squared is 4n squared, plus 16n minus 20n is negative 4n. 10 minus 25 is negative 15. Is equal to 9. Rearranging this, we're going to get 4n squared minus 4n minus 15 minus 9 is equal to 0. So simplifying this, we're going to get 4n squared minus 4n minus 24 equals 0. So I obviously need to factorize this now. Realized I've made a mistake here with the space. I'm going to kind of, sorry guys, I'm just going to fill the space on this side here. So I need to factorize this, but if you have a look at this, 4n squared minus 4n minus 24 all have a common factor of 4. So I could take 4 out as a common factor and write it as n squared minus n minus 6 equals to 0. And from here, I can factorize this to be n minus 3 and n plus 2 equals to 0. So I can say, therefore, n is equal to 3 or negative 2. So if I have a look at now my odd numbers, so remember my first odd number was actually 2n plus 1. When I put n equals to 3, my odd number is equal to 3 times 2 plus 1, which is 7. But if I put n equals to negative 2, odd number equals negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, plus 1 is negative 3. So the correct answer I'm looking for is this one here. I guess I should have actually forgot to write that as part of the question. The question was, what are the 3 numbers? So if the first number is 7, I'm sorry guys, I'm going to have to use running out of space today. So final answer is first odd number is 7, second odd number is 9, and the third odd number is 11. So that's what you're kind of expected to do for this particular question. I should have actually told you guys find the odd numbers. Sorry about that. I'll just add it so it kind of shows up later on. Yeah, so that's basically how you do this question, folks. So as usual, if you have any questions, guys, pop it in the comments below. And tune in tomorrow for another question. But apart from that, thank you for watching. That's about it for this session.